At Angie Stone's funeral, something truly unforgettable happened. Her son took the stage, and what he said left every single person in that room heartbroken and in awe. The entire service was filled with emotion, love, and deep respect for a woman whose voice had touched generations. Angie wasn't just an icon in the music world, she was a mother, a mentor, and a friend to so many. As her son stood before a crowd that included family, friends, and musical legends, his tribute painted a picture of Angie that went far beyond her stage presence. He began by saying, "She wasn't just my mother, she was my best friend, my teacher, my biggest fan, and my greatest inspiration." His voice trembled as he tried to hold back tears, but you could feel the depth of his love and loss in every word. He spoke about moments they shared, how, despite her busy touring schedule, she always made time for him. She would fly back home from a concert just to make it to his school events or be by his side when he needed her most. He said she had a way of making you feel like the most important person in the room, no matter how many people were around. That kind of love, he explained, was rare, and Angie gave it freely. One of the most touching moments came when he read a letter he had written to her years ago but never shared. In that letter, he thanked her for teaching him about life, love, and the healing power of music. "You always told me that music could bring people together," he said, "and Mom, your music did just that." As he read those lines, many in the audience wiped away tears. Even those who had known Angie for years seemed to be hearing a side of her they had never fully understood until now. The setting added to the weight of the moment. The Word of Faith Cathedral, known for its beautiful stained glass windows and grand chandeliers, was packed with people from all walks of life. Angie Stone's gold casket sat at the front of the sanctuary, surrounded by a sea of red roses, her favorite flower. The room wasn't just filled with grief. It was filled with love, with stories, with memories of a woman who gave her soul to her music and her heart to the people she cared about. Before the service began, Angie's music played softly in the background. Her voice, rich and powerful, filled the space one last time. People closed their eyes, let the lyrics wash over them, and remembered how her songs had helped them through heartbreak, joy, and everything in between. It wasn't just about saying goodbye, it was about honoring a legacy. The guest list was full of music legends. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, Yolanda Adams, and Kirk Franklin were among those in attendance. These were artists who had shared the stage with Angie or been inspired by her. The emotional weight of the moment was reflected in their faces as they sat in silence, listening, remembering, and mourning a dear friend. As the ceremony moved forward, the music took center stage. Gospel icons like Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin opened with an uplifting rendition of "Going Up Yonder." Their harmonies soared through the cathedral, lifting the spirit of everyone in the room. Then, Jill Scott, dressed in all white, performed one of Angie's most beloved songs, "No More Rain in This Cloud." As she sang, tears ran down her face. The lyrics took on a deeper meaning in that moment, speaking directly to the loss everyone felt. Erykah Badu followed with a stripped-down acoustic version of "Brotha," a song Angie had written as a love letter to Black men. Erykah's performance was raw and emotional. You could see that she wasn't just singing, she was grieving, honoring, and thanking Angie for all she had given. One of the most moving performances of the night came from D'Angelo, Angie's longtime collaborator. Sitting behind a grand piano, he played "Wish I Didn't Miss You." Originally written about lost love, the song now served as a painful goodbye. His voice cracked with emotion, and the entire room felt the weight of what was lost. As the service came to an end, a choir filled the cathedral with total praise. Voices rose together, hands lifted, and people wept openly. The moment was spiritual, not just because of the song, but because of what it represented, the power of music to carry us through grief and into healing. It was exactly what Angie Stone had believed in her whole life. Her influence wasn't just in her songs. Angie was one of the first women in hip-hop as part of the group The Sequence. She helped pave the way for women in a male-dominated industry. Later, she became a central voice in the neo-soul movement alongside names like Jill Scott and Maxwell. Her music blended old-school soul with modern emotion and storytelling. She was bold, she was real, and she never compromised who she was. Angie also wrote songs for other artists, helping shape the careers of musicians who are now stars themselves. Her pen had power, her voice had soul, and her presence changed lives. She was a symbol of strength, authenticity, and resilience, especially for Black women in entertainment. As the golden casket was carried out, people didn't just feel sadness, they felt gratitude. Angie Stone gave the world so much, and her music will live on forever. She may be gone, but her voice, her stories, and her spirit will echo through time. Her son's tribute reminded everyone that behind the legend was a woman who loved deeply, gave endlessly, and inspired constantly. Angie Stone wasn't just a musician, she was a movement, a mother, and a light. And that light will never go out.